KNDY.
And from the land of limestone fences and wide open cattle country, it is Sub-State Basketball Championship Friday here on KNDY FM at 95.5. Hello and welcome into our back-to-back of our broadcast features as four teams enter. Two teams will punch their ticket to a state championship round out at Colby next week. Good evening and welcome in. Max Blasky with you here tonight in contest 1 of 2 this evening. It is the top-seeded Hanover Lady Wildcats coming into this contest 18-2 on the season in a rematch versus the 5th-seeded Axtell girls, now 12-11 on the year. Yes, a rematch of these two teams. They met back on February 7th. It was an instant classic 43-38 overtime winner for the Hanover girls as Axtell pushed the back-to-back two-time reigning defending 1A Division II state champion Hanover girls to the brink of a huge upset, but it was Hanover in the tradition coming away in that contest. That's in our first game coming up here at about 6:30. It's going to be the 15-6 2-seed in this Tesket bracket, Lynn Bulldogs under head coach Trevor Kuhlman, going up against the 14-7 and 3rd seed St. John's Tipton Trojans. As again, 4 teams enters, 2 teams will escape with a trip out to Colby next week for a chance at a state title. We're about 12 minutes away, but a big shout out to our sponsors here tonight: Midwest Product, Blue Valley Technologies, Bruna Implement, Blue Valley Insurance Agencies, Landau Company, Lynn Post and Pipe, Western National Bank, Hanover Hospital, the Citizen State Bank branches, Hanover Electric, Axtell Hometown and Lumber, Titan West, B&D Buildings of Axtell, Snap Brothers Petroleum, Axtell Car Wash, Union State Bank of Palmer, Ricky's Cafe, Kuhlman Implement and Hardware, Andy's Hardware and Lumber in Hanover, Little Joe's Service, Jack's Food Mart in Lynn, B&W Electric of Hanover, Moe's Stop and Shop in Lynn, State Bank of Axtell, the United Bank and Trust branches, Bremen Farmers Mutual Insurance, Orville Judeman Construction, Oldie Seed Farms, SBS Insurance, and the Main Street Market in Hanover. Again, there's 3 TVL teams in this 4-team championship game Friday. We're going to take our first time out of our pregame. When we come back, we'll get these contests previewed for our first one here tonight between Hanover and Axtell, coming up next on KNDY FM 95.5.
From the ground up, Midwest Products Hanover can assist with concrete drives, parking, walks, entries, foundations, and support walls. Quality people help produce quality products, and you can rely on their crews for a job done right. Concrete plants at Hanover, Washington, and Clay Center. Midwest Products also haul rock, sand, and gravel. They have a crane for rent and can assist with site preparation. Start your next job with a call for a quote today from Midwest Products at Hanover.
Always happy with your 5-star customer service.
Your staff was super friendly and easy to work with.
Quick, helpful, responsive. Thank you. I'm so happy to be a Blue Valley customer.
Blue Valley is awesome.
Blue Valley employees are always helpful, kind, and efficient.
At Blue Valley Technologies, we appreciate all our customers. Thank you for entrusting us to keep you connected.
At Hanover Hospital and Clinic, we put the care back into healthcare. We believe that your health is more than just treating the symptoms. It is about building relationships and providing support in our community. We are excited to introduce our newest physician, Dr. Tyler Shriver, who is now seeing patients and providing top-notch compassionate care. Our team of providers are dedicated to providing personalized care to each and every patient we see. Come see Dr. Shriver and experience the difference that compassionate care can make in your healthcare journey. Schedule an appointment today at Hanover Hospital and Clinic by calling 785-337-2214.
For the best in farming equipment with the service to back it, there is only one Bruna Implement Company, your local Case IH dealer. Since 1947, the staff at Bruna Implement Company works daily to provide the best parts and service when you need it, always dedicated to their customers. Bruna Implement Company has been family-owned for 3 generations, and they know what it takes to be successful as your area Case IH dealer. With locations in Marysville, Washington, Clay Center, Seneca, Hiawatha, and Humboldt, Nebraska. Stop by or give them a call today.
Welcome back to our first of two broadcast features here on KNDY. Again, your live and local source, news, weather, and sports, and always covering your favorite local teams all year round, not just postseason time. And our first matchup here tonight, it's going to be Hanover. It's going to be Axtell again for the second time this season. These two teams met up back on February 7th, and again, an instant classic, one that Hanover pulled away with 43-39. We went into overtime, knotted up at 38, but it was a big 17 points from who else but Anna Juneman, the leading scorer from these Hanover Wildcats, including 4 clutch free throws from Juneman that pushed the Wildcats to that win. In the game for Axtell, an upstart Axtell team, Maggie Strothman led the way with 19 points, but possibly a all-state player in Natalie Strothman was held in check down low, mainly due to personal foul troubles, as the Eagles had 2 players foul out in that contest. Strothman was only held to 4 points. That's off of her season average of 11 points, on the game. So if the Eagles want an upset here tonight, Natalie is going to have to be a big part of this contest for the Lady Eagles. And it has been a series that has favored Hanover in the last couple of years, actually more than the last couple of years. Hanover Wildcats have now won 18 straight games versus Hanover. Third-year head coach Brad Broxman for the Axtell Eagles has never got a win over Chris Beichman and his Wildcats. Of course, Chris Beichman, one of the best coaches in the state of Kansas. The Wildcats will be looking for their 8th trip to state in 9 years under head coach Beichman. That lone miss at 13-7 season in the 2020-21 season that followed that devastating COVID year. Again, Hanover girls are your back-to-back reigning state champions. They have placed in, let me give it a quick count, 4 in 9 years under head coach Beichman. Under head coach Brad Broxman, they're one of the best upstart teams in the Tweet TVL this year, led by 4 of freshmen, Maggie Strothman, Caitlin Detweiler, Ava Broxman, and the 4th one, Reagan Hazenkamp. The Eagles might be 1 year away from being one of the most dominant teams in the Twin Valley League, with the twin towers of the Strothman girls down low. Maggie and Natalie both going 6 foot right thereabouts, bring a lot of size to this girls team, but a much improved Axtell girls team in under third-year head coach Brad Broxman. Last year, this Axtell team went 10-14. They averaged 34 points per game while allowing 43 points per game. This year, they are 12-11, 46 points per game offensively. So over a 10-point increase off of last year, and defense is only allowing 39 points per game on the defensive end. Both of these teams are coming off of wins in their second round. Of course, Axtell had to play 2 rounds of games before this. Axtell absolutely walloped in Natoma in the first round action on the 24th of February, 81-16. In that game, Natalie Strothman had 28 points, 11 rebounds, 8 assists, and 9 steals in just one half of play. The Axtell girls followed that one up with a 66-38 victory over Pike Valley. That was the contest that I was able to see just a couple weeks ago, and it was a great contest for the Lady Eagles as they held super senior Brenna Reeves to just 17 in that game. But Natalie Strothman led the way for Axtell with 21 points, while Maggie pitched in 14, and off the bench, the sharp shooting of Ava Broxman pitched in 13, so a balanced attack in that last contest. As for Hanover's win, they picked up a first-round win over Northern Valley, 75-44 on the 1st of March. And, of course, dominant as always over head coach Chris Beichman. About 4 minutes away from tip-off here between our first matchup between Axtell and Hanover. We're going to take another timeout. We come back, we'll take a look at the season and how it's winding out for both the Eagles and the Wildcats as we get ready for game time coming up on KNDY.
Landall Company in Marysville is now hiring for various positions. Excellent pay, growth potential, and outstanding benefits that include annual wage reviews, incentive bonus with 60% of profits given back to employees, attendance bonus, comprehensive insurance plan with $500 deductible, paid time off, paid holidays, 401k, and much more. Apply online at landall.com or phone 785-562-5381. EEO Vets and Disability welcome.
It takes a lot of know-how to run an ag business right. One of the most important things is choosing the right financial partner. That's why so many producers work with us. When it comes to agriculture, you can count on our experience. For land appraisal and more, you can talk to us. We're local, and we're here to help you grow. Citizens State Bank, Marysville, Waterville, and Hanover. Member FDIC.
As a farm or ranch owner, you've invested heavily in your agribusiness, especially in your livestock. Protecting them from accidents, fires, and other natural disasters is crucial for your farm's success. At Blue Valley Insurance, we recognize the importance of your animals as assets to your livelihood. Visit our offices in Lynn, Greenleaf, Hanover, or Marysville to explore comprehensive livestock insurance options tailored to your needs. Safeguard your farm's future with Blue Valley Insurance today.
As the weather turns warm, it may be time to breathe new life into your outdoor space. Visit Hometown Lumber in Marysville or Axtell Lumber today to browse their wide selection of premium lawn fertilizers and insect repellents, grass seed, potting soil, and lawn tools to make the job easier. All the gardening essentials for whether you're a seasoned green thumb or a budding enthusiast, Hometown Lumber in Marysville and Axtell Lumber have what you need to grow something beautiful this year.
Max Plasky back with you here on KNDY as we get Sub-State Championship game number 1 ready to rock and roll. We're going to take a look at season stats here real quick. First, for the visiting Axtell Eagles in this contest, and they are the 5th seed on the season. They are led by the duo down low of Maggie and Natalie Strothman. Maggie comes into this contest averaging 12 points, 11 rebounds, and 3 blocks per game. And again, she was second in scoring back on the first in that Pike Valley contest with 14 points all in the first 3 quarters and pitched in a block. The lone kind of upperclassman, we'll call her, in this contest for Axtell is Natalie Straubman. She was a top 20 1A player to watch in the state of Kansas before this season started, and the junior has delivered to the tune of 11 points, 7 rebounds, and 3 steals. She was leading scorer in the contest versus Pike Valley with 21, but again was held quiet the first time these two teams matched up back on February 7th to the tune of only 4 points due to foul trouble. Caitlin Detweiler, the freshman point guard, has a lot of ball-handling ability. Head coach Brad Brocksterman's team that struggled with that last year. Detweiler averaging 9 points and 6 rebounds from her point guard position. Meanwhile, at the shooting guard positions, we're going to see the 2 freshmen rotate in and out. Reagan Hazenkamp and Ava Brockstman both averaging 5 points and 4 points respectively. But Ava coming off a big game versus Pike Valley, 13 points. She was 3 for 8 from the 3-point line, all those points in the first 3 quarters as the starters got rest in that last game. As for the Hanover Wildcats, if you've been paying attention the last 4 years, they are led by Anna Juneman, who is looking for her 4th straight trip to state and a 3rd state title for the senior. She leads this Wildcats team at 18.6 points per game and 3.6 steals. The Kansas Wesleyan commit and 1,000-point scorer in her career leads this Wildcats team offensively and defensively. Down low, a big important matchup tonight is going to be Drew Bruna against the Strothman duo down low. Drew Bruna comes in averaging 9.7 points and 5 rebounds for the 6-foot sophomore down low. Gracie Bruna also pitching in 4 points per game, and Leah Juneman pitching in 3.7. Your other starter for the Hanover Wildcats are getting going here tonight. We're going to get starters already announced, and we're going to rock with them and then take a break for the national anthem. For the 5th seed Axtell girls, under third-year head coach Brad Brocksterman, who enters 32-60 in his 3 years. Out front will be the point guard, Caitlin Detweiler, a 6'3 freshman, shooting guard. Number 4, Reagan Hazenkamp, the 5'9 freshman. Number 21, Audrey Costel, the 5'10 senior, will patrol the middle at the small forward position. And down low, it's the Strothman duo, Natalie, number 2, the 5'10 junior, and Maggie, number 34, the 6'1 freshman. Again, the Axtell girls come in 12-11, their best winning season since their last trip to state back in 2017-18 season when the girls finished 14-11. This Axtell team is just 4 years removed from back-to-back 3-win seasons. They'll start Caitlin Detweiler, Reagan Hazenkamp, Andre Costel, Natalie Strothman, and Maggie Strothman. For the Hanover girls, under 9th-year head coach Chris Beichman, who is 189-28 in his career. Again, 4 state titles and looking for his 8th trip to state in 9 years. They will start at the point guard position, number 3, Gracie Bruner, the 5'6" sophomore. Shooting guard, Leah Juneman, number 5, a 5'7" junior. All-around, Anna Juneman, the 5'3" senior. Drew Bruner and Trinity Schlabach, 6' sophomore, 6' junior, down low. We'll be back with game action next here on KNDY.
Not everyone can become a Lennox dealer, so you'll be glad to know when you buy a Lennox from Hanover Electric Incorporated, you not only get the best products in the business, you also get a traditional experience in making sure your home is as comfortable as it can be. Because every independent Lennox dealer must pass the Lennox Quality Dealer Standards Program, the toughest test in the industry. And what it means is you get a dealer you could always count on. Lennox, one less thing to worry about.
Load, sort, and work your cattle easier, faster, and safer with equipment from Lynn Post and Pipe. Wrangler portable corral, stationary working equipment, guaranteed gates, and continuous fencing, all available to make livestock handling safer and more efficient. Lynn Post and Pipe is in the business to help ranchers do what they do best. So naturally, they provide only the most durable, best quality livestock handling equipment. Lynn Post and Pipe Supply, built to last for generations.
Western National Bank in Summerfield wants you to feel good about where you are with your money. Available when you need them and offering online and personal services, Western National Bank will make sure to keep you and your money happy. Call Western National Bank at 244-6211 to make your money smile. Member FDIC.
Live from a beautiful Tesket, Kansas Gymnasium, home of the Trojans. It's sub-state action. 16 teams will be in action tonight. Only 8 will make a trip out to Colby. The Axtell girls and the Hanover girls first up here tonight. Axtell will be in their road blacks with red Axtell across the chest numbers front and back. Hanover in their very familiar home whites. Red Wildcats on the chest numbers front and back. Drew Bruna, Maggie Strothman will tip us off here from Tesket in game number 1. First tip is up, and it is won by Hanover over to Leah Juneman. She's quickly to the rim. Left-handed layup up. Good for Leah Juneman, and a quick start for the Hanover girls. Of course, pressure applied here by the Hanover Wildcats, a very familiar sight for head coach Brad Brockman, who's worked on it all season. Axtell now with their first possession, working left to right as we see it behind the homestand from this Tesket High School. Again, both teams matched up for once already this year. An overtime victory for Hanover. Talking to head coach Chris Bikeman, he said that might have been a wake-up call for his team earlier in the year as Axtell unforced turnover. That one will be taken by Drew Bruna, her first forced turnover here tonight. Bruna averages just over a steal and a half. Here's Juneman inside from 12 foot where she loves that little left-handed shot. It's off the rim, no good. First defensive stop for the Eagles in 2 possession. Again, Max Blasky with you here on KNDY FM 95.5, online at KNDYradio.com and in the free KNDY mobile app. Again, KNDY is your local coverage for your favorite high school sports teams here all season long, not just in the postseason. A wild three is taken here by Caitlin Detweiler. First off the mark. It's off from the left corner. Detweiler held to just 5 points in the Pike Valley contest. She only had 2 field goals, and real quickly, 4, 8, 10, 16 attempts for Detweiler, but a big part of this Axtell's team. There's Juneman, and a travel will be called by Anna Juneman, and who picks it up? The before-mentioned Caitlin Detweiler. Good stop for the freshman. Again, a young Axtell team. As this is your first time tuning in here this season, they start 3 freshmen around senior Aubrey Costal and Natalie Strothman. Ava Brocksterman, daughter of head coach Brad Brocksterman, will probably be first off the bench here tonight. Off the carom and into the hands of Natalie Strothman. She already has half her points she had in the first matchup versus the Wildcats in their first overtime victory. Hanover across the timeline, working right to left against the man-to-man defense here from Axtell. Leah Juneman inside the paint, shot up. That's a little strong, but offensive board. Leah Juneman, good start here for the junior. Here's Drew from the free throw line. Off, no good. Leah trying for another one, and this one will stay here with the Wildcats. Action early on from Leah Juneman, only averaging 3.7 points, 2.8 rebounds, an assist and a steal per game, but a big glue piece for this Hanover Wildcats team. Again, that is back-to-back 1A Division II state champion. Matchups out there real quick. Natalie Stroffman matches Drew Bruna and Caitlin Detweiler against Anna Juniman. This is going to be a fun one here tonight. Drew ices Natalie, gets inside the paint, fakes left, kicks it out. Slaybaugh from the free throw line. High arcing shot. That'll be a miss. Offensive board. Leah Juniman, her second already here tonight. Leads to a three. Gracie Bruna. No, that's off the rim. No good, but a push foul will be called down low. That's going to go against, is that going against Trinity Schlebach? A little bit too aggressive for the Hanover girls. As before mentioned, Ava Brockshman, not long till she gets into the contest. Just under 2 minutes into this game, she will check out Audrey Costal. Of course, Hanover will be in their patented kind of 1-1-2 matchup zone press. And Axtell breaks it. Right block shot into the hands of Trinity Schlebach and a block for Schlebach. Ava Brockshman tried to force up her first shot here tonight through the arms of the big 6-foot junior. Hanover has size to match up with Axtell. It'll be interesting to see how they attack here today. Offensively, they're doing a lot of screen and rolls here early on as we go under 5 minutes left to play in this first quarter. 2-2 is our score. Offensive rebounds already 3 for Hanover in this opening period. Wildcats being very deliberate on the offensive end. Good man-to-man defense early on from Axtell. Screen right block, blocked by Maggie Strothman. It's going to be an offensive board, though, for the Wildcats. Juniman gets it, kicks it right back out to the right wing. Leah Juniman. Drew will set it back up. Juniman to that left block, lefty up and down. That's about as automatic as you can get it for Anna Juniman. Gets right to that left block, and for the lefty, like taking candy from a baby. 4-2 early on for Hanover. Here's the tip pass by Schlebach, but it'll stay in the hands of the Eagles. We've got a good game coming up later as well as the Lynn girls look for their first trip to state since 2008. They take on St. John's. Tipped it in our second matchup here tonight. Low high-low action. Natalie Strothman up and under, taken out of bounds. Partially blocked by Gracie Bruna, and will stay with the Eagles. Good crowd here, too, as well. I think two of the best traveling fan bases in the state. Of course, if you're at home listening, we appreciate you greatly. That's what we do for a living. Hanover Axtell boys over on the far side, Hanover boys near side. They'll tip off tomorrow as they both have an opportunity to make it to the state. Right baseline shot from Natalie Strothman. Shot is missed, but Karen's back to Caitlin Detweiler. Head coach Brad Brockshman, he'll move out the ball. It's going to be a travel out top on Reagan Hazenkamp. Happy Feet 2 in motion there for the one of 4 freshmen on this Axtell team. 4-2 is our early first quarter score. A lot of defense here early on. Juniman gets to the left block, kicks it, right block now, up and down, shot no good. Drew Bruna offensive board, and down for Drew Bruna's first point of this contest. On the season, Hanover averages 11.5 offensive rebounds per game. They've already got 4 or 5 here early on in this contest. 4-point lead early on for Hanover. Axtell trying to work this zone. Here's a tip pass by Juniman, what she does so well on the left side of this kind of 3-2 moving defense. It's going to be Juniman, Gracie Bruna, and Leah Juniman out on top, while Drew Bruna and Trinity Schlebach will be on the backside. Here's Maggie Strothman inside. Foul will be called on Trinity Schlebach. That's going to be her second personal foul. What does Chris Vikman do here? Yep, we're going to go with our first sub of the night coming off the bench. It will be number 21, Nora Hyman, just as soon as we get free throws here early on for Maggie Strothman. First free throws of the contest as it goes quiet here in the Pesquet Gym. Down on the first one, Axtell against Pike Valley with 6 for 10 from the line. All those in the first 3 quarters. Nora Heinen will check into the contest. The freshman, 4.7 points and 3 rebounds per game, that really came on after the TVL tournament. Second free throw from Strothman rattles off. Bruna pulls down the defensive board, and at least Axtell cuts it here in half. 6-3, 2:40 left to play, and kind of the first moving first quarter here. Game number 1 of 2 from Pesquet High School. Glad to have you all along on the ride as we'll have coverage of boys coverage, championship action tomorrow as well, and of course stay tuned for state next week. Inside, beautiful pass from Anna Juniman to Nora Hyman. The freshman drops in her first bucket. Juniman averages just over an assist and a half per game. Hanover sucking into the height of Axtell. 3-ball leads it from Ava Brockman. She's off on her first shot. She's going to need to hit some here early on. Quickly, here goes Gracie Brune across the timeline, working right to left. Drew, top the circle, kicks it off to Leah Juneman, right wing. Juneman trying to get downhill, kicks it left wing to Anna Juneman, still guarded by Detweiler. Around the horn it goes to the right corner. Looking right block, Drew Brune against Natalie Strothman. Brune trying to work fall-away Dirk Nowitzki-style shot. Will be off the rim, no good, but offensive rebound. Nora Hyman finds the cutting Gracie Brune, but this pass is behind Brune. Off and running are the Eagles on the turnover. Caitlin Detweiler gets inside the paint, kicks it out, and we're going to reset here for Axtell. Again, 4 defenders for Hanover inside the paint, hounding Maggie Strothman, as Axtell will go 3 out, 2 in around Natalie and Maggie. 1:20 left to play in this first quarter. 8-3 is your score. Here's Maggie Strothman, one-on-one against Drew. Good defense, Drew Brune. Strothman misses her first shot from the floor. Here comes Anna quickly across the timeline, trying to get to that left hand, kicks it. Drew, we're going to reverse it. Right wing, final 60 seconds of this first quarter. Drew Brune, right corner, gets it inside, and a foul will be called on the reach-in from Reagan Hazenkamp. That'll be her first personal foul. Both fouls early on, or that'll be the first foul, for Axtell in this contest. Mass substitutions here as Kennedy Cohorst, Allie Shale, and Hannah Zarbanicki are all into this contest. Drew and Gracie Brune, along with Leah Juneman, will go to the bench. Flat four across the baseline. Shale will inbound. Looking top side. This one's going to be taken away by Detweiler. Detweiler ahead of the pack. Detweiler gets Juneman all the way to the rim, and a foul will be called, body foul, on Anna Juneman, and she did a good job of getting back defensively, but an ill-advised throw there from Shale along the baseline. Hanover does average 13 turnovers per game. They get many of them back, though, averaging 11 steals per contest on the defensive end. High-low action. Natalie pounded tightly, a little bit too close. 3 balls straight on, off the rim, no good from Reagan Hazenkamp, being fought for. Who gets it? It's going to be Detweiler getting that one. It's going to be kicked down. Who's it going to be off of? And it will be off of Hanover, staying with the Eagles. Final 35 seconds of this first quarter. 8-3 is our score. Hanover has been ahead this entire contest. This one's going to be poked out by Juneman. So good at those deflections, just getting a hand on the ball and trying to force a turnover. Detweiler inbound in front of Chris Bikeman's squad. 30 seconds left in this first quarter. Axtell probably will hold for the splash shot against this defense of Hanover. Cohorst out, hounding Hazenkamp early in this possession. Here's Natalie from the free throw line. Turnaround shot. That's long off the dice. No good. Scrum in the middle of the floor for it. Girls go falling all over each other. What are we going to have? A jump ball is finally called by the far side official. This one will stay with Axtell. Now Axtell inbound with 11.7 on the clock. Trailing by 5. First quarter action. Natalie and Maggie in a box set, right block. They open it up for Hazenkamp. Hazenkamp, right corner, gets it into Maggie. A lot of contact down low. Maggie fighting through it. This one's tipped away by Juneman with 4. It's going to be Costello has to get up a shot. Maggie from the right block, up and down as the buzzer expires. A little right-handed hook for Maggie Strothman, and that's how we end the first quarter of action. Axtell trails by 3 through the first 8 minutes. We'll be back after this word from our sponsors.
Sapp Brothers Petroleum works hard to be there for you when it matters most. Their goal is simple: to be your number one source of propane, lubricants, and extreme premium diesel fuel. And they'll reach that goal by treating you like family and giving you service that makes you want to come back. Proudly serving Kansas with locations at Blue Rapids and Hanover, Sapp Brothers thanks all of their current customers. If you're not a current customer, call the winning team at Sapp Brothers locations in Blue Rapids and Hanover today for all of your propane and fuel needs.
Hi, this is Miranda Mainin with Union State Bank in Palmer. We are proud of the work the Bulldog athletes and students put in during the season and all year long. The dedication and determination is what drives the Bulldogs to succeed on the field and in the classroom. Best of luck, Bulldogs. Join Union State Bank of Clay Center, Palmer, and Barnes in supporting all area student athletes this and every school year. Union State Bank, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
Axtell Truss has the experience to provide custom-built trusses for any application. Put them to work with your next project. Let them help design the right pitch, length, and number of trusses to suit your needs. They can turn out more complicated designs and configurations as well. All are solidly built in their enclosed shop with roll-off delivery to your site available. They also assure the best materials and quality construction, completed on your schedule. Call today for a quote or more information at 785-736-2291. That's Axtell Truss.
Fast and furious action here to start the second quarter right out of the break. Anna Juneman, a bucket, and now Nora Heinen. An and one opportunity for the freshman off the steal. She took it right into the body of Natalie Strothman. Natalie picks up her first personal foul and an old-fashioned three-point play for Nora Hyman, now up. It was Mallon scoring for the Hanover Lobcats. They go 4 for 10 in the first quarter. 4 players in the scorebook already. Now Heinen drops this one down, leading the score with 5 for Hanover. Then defense causing Axtell some havoc early on. Good rotation here, though, as Maggie gets it right high post. She'll kick it out. Eagles will reset. Hanover, just as expected, no threes in that first quarter, too, as well, as their game really starts inside out. Meanwhile, Axtell goes 0 for 3 from behind the arc. I thought Hazekamp was going to fire one. She's going to reset. 13-5 here early in this first quarter. Last time these two teams met, first quarter score, Axtell led by 3. Here's a shot inside from Reagan Hazenkamp. She drops that one down for her first bucket. And we're off and running again. Kennedy Cohorse now left block, gets it off to Anna Juneman. In there with Drew Bruna Hyman and Allie Shale. Here's Anna Juneman doing what Anna Juneman does, spinning to her left hand off that left block. It's 15-7 Hanover. Hazenkamp breaks the pressure, a little floater right block. No, answer won't go down. Maggie Strothman, though, an offensive board, and she just loses it right out of bounds. Turnover in Axtell. And something about this Hanover pressure, even if they don't force a turnover, they speed you up offensively. Not saying a bad shot there by Hazenkamp, but Maggie Strothman, especially down low, just looks sped up in this contest. Leaving Anna Juneman wide open is not a good thing. She drains it from the free throw line. Juneman here, 6 points already in the second quarter, as it's a double-digit lead just like that for Hanover. Maggie makes a move, kicks it out. Detweiler thought about a 3. Now Eagles will reset. Left corner, Ava Brockschman around the horn. Natalie Strothman, free throw line, turnaround shot, no good. Offensive board being fought for. Who's got it? Chris Spikeman wanted a timeout, but we've got a jump ball early in this contest. We'll stay here with Axtell trailing 17-7. 5:50 left to play before half. Coming up at half, we'll recap scores of the first half action, as well as take a look at scores elsewhere around the state. As again, a lot of girls action going on in Class 1A Division 2. Here, finals will be set tonight. Inside, Maggie misses another shot off the backboard. She's 1 for 4 from the floor. Juneman leads it to Nora Heinen, and that's just over her outstretched arms. Turnover, Hanover. If you're looking for some more high school basketball action, swing on over to our sister station, AM 1570, FM 94.1, as Bruce Stierking has the call. Marysville girls looking to punch their ticket to state. Right now, at the end of the first quarter, Marysville leading Halstead 6-5. Here in this contest, Axtell looking for their first trip to state since the 2017-18 season, but another turnover. Eagles leads to a run out for Hanover. Left wide open down low is Drew Bruna. Easiest bucket she's going to get all season long. And good eyes by Nora Hyman, the freshman who came in here. Now another turnover at Axtell, really sped up here in the second quarter. Juneman, right wing, kicks it to Allie Shale. Now we're going to reset for the Wildcats, leading now by a dozen. Shale, right wing, kicks to the top. Good rotation here. Heinen attack aggressively, loses it down in the far corner in front of the Axtell crowd. And Chris Spikeman wants to take a 30-second timeout to save a possession. We'll take it with them early in this first half. It's all Hanover leading 19-7.
Ricky's Cafe in Hanover ain't just good, it's home. From their daily specials to a full menu, choose your favorite served fresh, hot, and fast. Your family when you stop at Ricky's Cafe, and you're welcome anytime. Enjoy the delicious menu choices, and of course, when you're hosting an event, bring Ricky's Catering along. With a variety of options available, always at affordable prices. Call for your next engagement and count on Ricky's Cafe at Hanover.
As always, a big thank you to our sponsors making this broadcast possible. If your favorite team wins and you want to be on the state broadcast, give us a call up at the station, 562-2361. Of course, we are your live and local coverage of Twin Valley League sports. We'll have whoever wins this one and our next contest between Lynn and St. John's Tipton live coverage out at Colby from 1A Division II State next week. 3 ball is off the mark. It was that Allie Shale. Possession pulled down by the Eagles, but again, an overthrown pass here by the Eagles as they're trying to throw over this Hanover defense. You can't do that off the turnover. Here's Shale again inside the shot, three-point arc. No dice on that one. Shale now 0 for 2 in the contest. Substitution will be a turnover. Axtell leads to Anna Juniman run out, and she puts it down with that left hand on the 5th turnover for Axtell in this contest. Head coach Brad Brockman has to go deeper in his bench during that timeout. Avery Bussing will be called off the bench. The 5'7" junior shot from Bussing on her first attempt from inside the mark is off the dice, no good. And Axtell has gone cold here in this quarter. They are now 1 for 5 from the floor in the second after going 2 for 9 in the first. First 3, no, rattles off for Anna Juniman. That's the first 3 attempted here by Hanover in this contest. Again, pressure applied in the backcourt. Axtell Eagles get it across, working left to right. Out there, it's Maggie and Natalie Strothman, Detweiler, Reagan Hazenkamp, and the aforementioned Avery Bussing. Being deliberate with it off the hands of Natalie Strothman. Another turnover, Axtell. They did such a good job of that in the first contest. Here it's trouble. Here's a block, though, by Maggie Strothman inside her second. This one's on Drew Bruna. Possession will stay with the Eagles. Substitution is Leah Juniman. Trendy Schlebach back into the contest. Allie Shale, along with Nora Hyman. Drew Bruna will take a seat to the bench. Hannah Zarvadicki also checked in for the Wildcats. Again, this is a deep Wildcats team. They'll go 4 deep, and it really started at the TVL tournament. Mentioned Nora Hyman earlier in the contest. Allie Shale also made some big buckets there at the tournament, and a lot of experience back from last year's state championship team, too, as well. I mentioned early in the year, Gracie Bruna had a huge championship game last year, has been a little down so far in the season. Here's Ava Brockstrom. Can she get going? She does for her first triple, and a big one for this Axtell offense as they finally hit double digits here in the second quarter. They still trail by 11, as Axtell will need a few more of those here to cut this deficit in. Schlebach sets it up with Zarvanicki. We're running to play. Get Juniman open left wing. Juniman curls the elbow, and a foul, hand check foul, will be called on Caitlin Detweiler as the freshman has the duty of guarding the All-State senior Anna Juniman here tonight. She's had a heck of a quarter. She is 4 for 5 from the floor. Everything inside the arc is good, and a lot of those are layups. Here's another one from the left block right into the body of Detweiler. She misses that one. Strothman gets this one away. Axtell off and running left to right here from the beautiful Tesket High School. About a 30-year-old gym here. I was down in Atchison the other night. Kind of reminds me of that one. Weight room up off pump to the right side behind the backboards. Beautiful hosting site for a championship game. Good rotation for the Axtell girls, and they finally get a bucket to go off the high-low action. Natalie Strothman from the right block drops it down. The quick observation, her and Maggie have been really tight offensively down inside that lane so far earlier. Juniman fires up a 3. That's off the dice. No good. Possession will be tipped around. Who comes up with it? Diving on the floor. There they go. Still going for it. Ends up in the hands of who else but Anna Juniman. Juniman will reset for the Wildcats. Final 1:16 of the second quarter. Blocked inside by Natalie Strothman. Offensive board, though, Leah Juniman. She gets it back again as Leah has been all over these offensive boards here early on in this contest, and a foul will be called on Caitlin Detweiler. So the freshman point guard picks up her second at the 1:09 mark. Substitution as Hannah Zarbanicki, the 5'10 senior, will go to the bench. Drew Bruna back in for the Wildcats. Final 69 seconds left in this first half. Hanover leading 21-12, make it 23-12 as Anna Juniman off the assist from Drew Bruna. Juniman now 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 in this quarter alone for an even dozen to lead all scores. Right side, Reagan Hazekamp gets to the block. She loses it, and it's another turnover. Axtell, their 7th here in this quarter. Hanover running at the other end. Schleibach misses that one. It's actually going to be partially blocked by Natalie Stropman again. Good defense to get back. Avery Bussing will check in for Axtell. Out will go Reagan Hazekamp. Final 43 seconds of this half. Again, we'll take a look at scores elsewhere around the state and recap this first half during halftime. Get you ready for a little Lynn St. John's Tipton action coming up after this broadcast, as well as the Lynn girls all for Addie shirts in their blue, ready to rock and roll, looking for their first trip to state since 2008. Right block, Maggie Strothman, backing down Schleybaugh, kicks it out. Three ball is going to be partially blocked by Anna Juniman, but offensive board for Ava Brocksterman drops that one in. Quickly back the other way. Here comes Hanover, leading 23-14. Final 10 seconds. Juniman forces up a left-handed prayer, and it falls for Anna. Axtell will get the last shot. Quickly to Brocksterman. Left wing three, blocked by Drew Bruna on the three-point attempt. And that's how we end the quarter break, or the half break, as it's been all Hanover in this one, leading 25-14 through one half of play. We're going to take a timeout. When we come back, recap this first half action and get you ready for more coming up on KNDY. Again, your halftime score, it's the Hanover girls 25, the Axtell girls 14 with the right to go to state. We'll be back after this word from our sponsors.
Titan West Incorporated manufactures corral fencing, gates, and chutes. A square deal better. Titan West now manufactures circular working corral, cattle, hog, horse, and bison equipment. Phone 1-800-252-0847 for dealer information. Circular working corral, cattle, hog, horse, and bison equipment. Manufactured here in Lynn, Kansas by Titan West Incorporated. Phone toll-free 1-800-252-0847. B&D Buildings of Axtell specializes in post-frame buildings. Give them a call for stud-frame buildings with complete concrete and electrical work included. It's one call to get the job done. B&D Buildings, specializing in post-frame building construction, plus repairs and more. Always free estimates. Give them a call. B&D Buildings of Axtell, 785-294-0147. B&D Buildings at 785-294-0147.
71 degrees all the way.
73 degrees, please.
So what's your perfect degree of comfort? We'll help you find it with professional Rheem HVAC service that'll keep your home comfy year-round, save on energy costs, and may qualify for utility rebates and tax credits. So enjoy a new degree of comfort.
72 degrees, and I'm good to go.
Get professional service in all brands of equipment. Call B&W Electric in Hanover, your local Rheem contractor, at 785-337-2598 today.
Coolman Implement and Hardware is your Agco Alice, White, Hesting, Leaner, and Gel dealer with personalized care since 1935. See Coolman Implement and Hardware for farm equipment, electrical and plumbing supplies, parts, sales, and service. Your Agco Alice, White, Hesting, Leaner, and Gel dealer is Coolman Implement and Hardware in Lynn, Kansas.
If your vehicle is looking like it just went through a money rally race, or perhaps it's been target practice for the neighborhood bird gang, then you need to get your car washed today at the Axtell Car Wash. The Axtell Car Wash has 2 enclosed self-service bays, even one size for semi-tractors. Just pull in, pay with your bank card, and wash all the dirt, mud, bugs, and bird stuff off your vehicles. You don't have to drive far to get a clean car. Just visit the Axtell Car Wash, proud supporter of the Axtell Eagles.
See Andy Bruna at Andy's Hardware and Lumber in Hanover for a full line of your everyday hardware needs and all the building supplies you'll need to get the job done right. Just about anything you might need around the farm or home is found at Andy's, and always fast, friendly service when you need it. It just makes good sense to shop at Andy's Hardware and Lumber in Hanover, Kansas, a proud Wildcat booster. That's Andy's Hardware and Lumber in Hanover.
Max Blasky back with you here on KNDY FM at 95.5. Your halftime score from Tuscan High School in the 1A Division II Girls Sub-State Championship game. It is the Hanover girls up 25-14 in this first half. Hanover was led by Anna Juniman with 14 points. She had a dozen of those in the second quarter. And let me get this one out. And as Anna does, it was all from inside the paint. She goes 4-6, 6 for 7 from inside the arc. The only threes that Hanover has shot has been off the left-handed hand of Juniman. She's 0 for 2, but it has not mattered as the pressure of Hanover was really the story in that second quarter. Axtell held strong with the pressure in the first quarter. They only trailed 8-5. It's only a 3-point deficit as Axtell only went 2 for 9 in that first quarter. But Hanover turned up the heat in the second. They forced 9 turnovers in that second quarter and led to easy runouts for the Lady Wildcats. Looking at leading scorers here, we're going to start with Hanover as they are on top of the scoreboard. It's Anna Juniman with 14 points, 5 for the freshman Nora Hyman off the bench. She is perfect from the floor, 2 for 2, and 1 for 1 from the free throw line. 4 points for Drew Bruna and 2 for Leah Juniman. Hanover 1 for 1 from the free throw line. They only have 4 turnovers, and again, only 3, and I was misspoken on the threes, only 3 threes attempted, all misses for Hanover. But again, they're up 25-14. As for the Axtell girls, it's been few and far between, led by Ava Brockschman off the bench with 5 points. She is 2 for 4 from the floor. All 5 points coming in the second quarter. 4 for Natalie Strothman, 3 for Maggie Strothman, and 2 for Reagan Hazenkamp. Axtell's 1 for 2 from the free throw line. But again, it seems just congested for the Axtell offense here in this one. Maggie and Natalie, too close sometimes in some high-low action, and Axtell has definitely taken advantage of that one. Again, Axtell's shooting woes, they got better in the second quarter as they went 4 for 9, but Axtell 6 for 18 from the floor, while Hanover is 12 for 27. We'll take our final time out of halftime. When we come back, it's the final 16 for a right to go to state out in Colby here on KNDY FM at 95.5.
Jack's Food Market in Lynn is your hometown grocery store offering quality meats, fresh produce, and everything else you need. Planning a party or event? Let JD's Catering handle feeding your family gatherings or corporate events, bringing the flavor to make your event unforgettable. Call today at 785-348-5411 to let JD's Catering and Jack's Food Market in Lynn handle the feast. Again, call JD's Catering at 785-348-5411 for all your catering needs.
If your car says, I need fixed, call on Little Joe's Service in Axtell to fix it right. From routine maintenance to repairs of all types, Joe can serve your needs. Fast, friendly, and down-to-earth service with satisfied customers from all over the area. Turn to Little Joe's 66th Service in Axtell for any automotive repair needs. Proud supporters of the Axtell community, it's Little Joe's Service.
For a Goog time, head to Hanover. Goog's Bar and Grill is the happening place for food, drinks, and fun. Open 4 p.m. until midnight, Monday through Saturday, and the grill is always open late. Check out Mexican nights on Thursday with the best pizza anywhere all the time. Order by the half combo or full size with carryouts available too. Find Goog's on Facebook and check out their daily specials as well as special events. Grab your friends, grab your family, or make some new friends. Where everybody knows your name, it's Goog's in Hanover.
Moe's Stop and Shop in Lynn is your stop. Fuel up and fill up at Moe's Stop and Shop. They have gas available, plus they have drinks, snacks, and a whole lot more. Your convenience store is Moe's Stop and Shop. Find them right off the highway in Lynn, Moe's Stop and Shop.
As always, a big thank you to our sponsors making this broadcast possible here this evening. We've got Lynn Girls and St. John's Tipton Girls coming up here after this one. That's why you're hearing some of those Lynn sponsors in there. But again, a big thank you to making these broadcasts possible. It's their support that allows us to bring you such a great high school basketball action, as KNDY is your local sports leader in the Twin Valley League. As we do get into state times, reminder, check out the TVL Sports Spotlight over on Facebook and tvlsportsspotlight.blog online. Jeff Works will have up-to-date information, scores, stats, and stories for you throughout the season, as well as our weekly TVL Rundown, available every Thursday during the 7, noon, and 5 o'clock hours on KNDY FM 95.5, AM 1570, FM 94.1, and also available online at the KNDY Sports Podcast tab. Go check out those. Also, under those Sports Podcast tabs, you can check out every rewind, or I guess, that'd probably be the best word for it, rebroadcast of every sports contest on the KNDY, whether it's a state run for the Hanover girls last year or a state run for the Axtell football boys. You can check out those at KNDYradio.com, along with our KNDY Sports Coaches Corner program, where I get a chance to chat with the area high school coaches every week throughout the season, as KNDY is your local leader in Twin Valley League sports. One quick update want to pass along for you over on sister station AM 1570, FM 94.1. Marysville girls are tipping off against Halstead. They lead by 2 at halftime in that contest, as Marysville girls look to punch their ticket for the state tournament in quite a while. It's been a heck of a run for Ben Wernberger and his Bulldogs. Starting second half, it's going to be same for the Axtell girls: Caitlin Detweiler, Reagan Hazenkamp, Aubrey Costel, Natalie Strothman, and Maggie Strothman. Same for Hanover, too, as well. Down low or out top, Gracie Verna, Leah Juneman, around Anna Juneman, and down low, Drew Bruna and Trendy Slaybach. First possession will go to Hanover. Now we switch into the court. Hanover will go left to right now in front of their home bench. Again, great crowds for both of these sides. Probably two of the best traveling crowds in the entire Twin Valley League. Good group of Hanover fans, good group of Axtell fans, too, as well, down here. Beautiful Tesket High School. Here's a steal, first possession by Natalie Strothman, and she forces a turnover by Hanover. Kind of gives Hanover a taste of their own medicine, as the Wildcats forced 9 turnovers of the Eagles in that first half. Hanover very tight with the ball. They average 11 turnovers, only 4 in the first half, so right under the season average. Again, coming up after our broadcast, it's the Lynn girls, it's the St. John's Tipton girls for their right to go to state. St. John's Tipton has been a power out here in this sub-state the last couple of years, going to state each of the last 4 years. Inside, Natalie Strothman works her way inside for her first bucket of the second quarter, and Axtell goes right back inside the well with the duo of the Strothman inside. Juneman inside the lane, off the glass and good for Hannah Juneman. A sweet 16 now for Hannah, as she has only missed 4, 6, 5 shots from the floor in this contest. Of course, the senior looking for her 4th straight run at state. Turnover, Axtell. Let's hope that doesn't continue for the Eagles. Leah Juneman right down Broadway. Misses that one, though, unfortunately. Good take by Leah. She started this game off with a good-looking left-handed shot, but couldn't get that one to fall. First substitution, as in the first game, Ava Brockman. She led the way for Axtell off the bench with 5 points. She had 5 of those in the second quarter. Gracie Bruna looking for some help way out top. Drew Bruna will track this one down. Drew getting downhill. Left block. Shot up off the rim. No good. Natalie rips down that board. And here come the Eagles. Now, Caitlin Detweiler quickly to the lane. Up and down for Caitlin Detweiler. We'll hear that name tomorrow coming up as her brother Wyatt Detweiler looks to lead the Axtell boys to a 3rd straight state championship run. Caitlin showing off the speed there. She almost forces a turnover on the other end, and a good pressure. No, they're going to call a foul on Caitlin on that pressure down in the corner. She was real aggressive with it. Now she's going to have to be careful with 3 personal fouls here for Caitlin Detweiler at the 6:08 mark in this third quarter. A 9-point lead now for Hanover as we play a second quarter action. Kicks it out right wing. Juniman looking to get downhill. Gets to the free throw line. Kicks it out. Trinity Slayback thought about a 3. Not bad shooter on the season as Slayback knocks down 3.7 points, but it leads to a Hanover turnover on the rotation. Right wing, Reagan Hazenkamp will get us set up for the Eagles. Deficit is 9. It was an 11-point deficit at halftime. It was only 3 at the end of the first quarter, but Hanover outscores Axtell 17-9 in that second quarter. Wildcats looking to rotate it quickly. Left side, ball sticks to the hand of Detweiler. Now going inside. Maggie Strothman, one hand, brings it out. She throws it to no one. She just turns around and tosses it into the stands. And this is not the game that the freshman Maggie Strothman had in mind. As honest, she looks a little rattled here in this contest. She'll have to calm down for head coach Brad Brocksterman's squad as he just kind of looks at his bench and says, what do I do? Gracie Bruna inside. Schlabach will control, kicks it out. There's the toss into the stands. Far side of the stands is getting some action over there. Back-to-back turnovers now for both teams. Still a 9-point deficit for Axtell. 5 minutes left to play in this third quarter. Let's see if the Eagles can knock down a 3 or 2 or work their inside game. There's Maggie. Now she looks. Kick out. Hazenkamp 3. That's down. Reagan Hazenkamp. Her first triple in 2 attempts. It's 5 for Reagan. It's down to a 6-point game. Juniman across the timeline. Man-to-man defense here for Axtell to start off on the other end. Hanover in their patented kind of 2-3-3-2 zone. Inside, Trinity Slayback. Good pump fake. Shot up off the glass. No good. But then a foul will be called on Trinity going for the offensive board. She was aggressive in the first half to the tune of 2 fouls, and that's a third one now for Trinity. She'll stay in the game, though. Trust from head coach Chris Bikeman. Allie Shale will check out Leah Juniman. 6-point contest, 4:30 left to play, third quarter action. Detweiler brings it across the timeline, right to left. Left corner into the hands of Brocksterman. She was leading scorer in that first half for Axtell. Good rotation. Natalie Strothman, quick one bounce up and down for 2 for Natalie Strothman, and off the rotation. She's already doubled her point total here today. Hanover looking for Anna to get it left side. Drew now top as the Axtell faithful stance defense. Axtell boys in a blackout, trying to root on their girls to their first state appearance since the 2017-18 season. Top side, Juniman, good defense here, man-to-man by Axtell. Juniman inside the lane, over the shoulder, Caitlin Detweiler. Nothing Caitlin could do about that one. Juniman, who averages 18 points per game, right at her season average, and we've still got a quarter plus 3 minutes to play. Brocksterman, right corner, poked away by Juniman. There's a steal, off and running. No numbers for Hanover. She'll kick it out. Allie Shale a 3. That's off the rim. No good. Board pulled down by Axtell. Good fast fake ran without numbers. Just going to drop it down for Shale, who's now 0 for 3 from the floor, but good shots early on. Brocksterman, this one's taken away by Juniman again. Back-to-back steals for Anna. She's got a one-on-one against Hazenkamp. Left-handed layup, good. It's an even 20, and head coach Chris Bikeman will take a full timeout. Hanover girls push this lead back up to double digits. We'll take a 60-second timeout. We'll be back after this word from our sponsor.
Have an accident with your vehicle? Call Moonlight Restoration and they'll take care of you with a free estimate, and they'll turn it into the insurance company for you. You name it, they can do it. Fender benders, auto and tractor restoration, windshield repair or replacement, sandblasting. No job is too large or too small for Moonlight Restoration. If you want quality work done by skilled technicians, call Moonlight Restoration in Axtell, Kansas. Owned and operated by Brett and Nikki Runnebaum. Call 736-2359.
Talking to head coach Chris Bikeman before this contest about kind of how the season went. The last loss for the Hanover girls was back on January 31st. That was a home loss by 7 points to Centralia. Of course, Centralia girls went undefeated this season. They're looking for a state championship berth in the Class 1A Division I Centralia bracket, but we were jawing back and forth. When was the last time a TVL team went undefeated in girls play Well, it was his Hanover Wildcats 3 years ago. Hanover went 25-0 and won a state championship in the 2022-23 season. And since that, it's been quite a while. And this might not be the most dominant team we've seen from Hanover in the last couple of years. But again, only 2 losses this season, and they're both to one of the best teams, I think, in the state of Kansas, Centralia. Here they are showing their might against Axtell. Natalie Strawson left wide open for the free throw line. No dice on that one. Drew Bruno rips down the defensive board. Kennedy Cohorst and Nora Hyman checked into the contest during that timeout. So it's Cohorst, Hyman, Drew Bruna, Anna Juniman, and Allie Shale. And there's Drew Bruna right on cue. She muscles up for her first bucket here in this contest. She's 1 for 5 from the floor. And Natalie Strothman picks up her second personal foul. Only the fourth free throw attempt we've seen by either team in this game. Hanover now 2 for 2 from the stripe as their lead is back up to 11. Hazenkamp, right wing, against this Hanover defense, looking for some help. Throws it into a double team, stolen away by Nora Hyman. A 5th turnover for Axtell in this quarter. That's now their 14th in the game. Hanover very deliberate offensively last couple possessions. This is a turnover, though. Kendi Cohort steps on the far side out of bounds. Avery Bussing will be called on for the Axtell girls. Out will go Reagan Hazenkamp. Again, I feel like we say it every time we do a Hanover game, but pressure has really turned this game around. After the first quarter ended 8-5, Hanover outscored Axtell 17-9, and at least 4 of those buckets came right at the rim. Ava Brockstrom a 3, no shot. We've got a foul inside. No, we've got a 3-second called on Axtell. That's good enough for another turnover. Eagles. I don't have my score sheet from the last time these two teams met up, but Axtell did a much better job of controlling their turnovers in that overtime loss, 43-39, back on February 7th. Drew Bruno from just inside the free throw line, foul on the arm from Natalie Strothman on the shot. That's going to be the 3rd on Natalie, and we'll send Drew Bruno right back to the line. Drew from the free throw line misses the first one. She's now 50%. Right at around her season average of 68. Second one's bound to go in, isn't it? Or it might be a miss with the announcer's jinx. It's worked the other night at Atchison. Nope, that one drops down for Drew. She goes 1 for 2 from the stripe. Substitution as Allie Shale will be checked out by Leah Juniman. Again, a lot of these players were on the state championship team last year for Hanover, so they know what it takes to get back there. Again, they're looking for their 3rd straight championship and their 5th under head coach Chris Spikeman. Foul on the other side by Drew Bruna. Goes 1 for 2 from the line. It's going to get you a foul shot in there, too, as well. A reminder that coming up after this contest, it's a matchup between 2-seeded Lynn and 3-seeded St. John's Beloit-Tipton. St. John's Beloit-Tipton has been a powerhouse out here in kind of western Kansas last couple of years, going to the last 4 state titles. Meanwhile, Lynn is looking for their first since 2008. High-low action is a miss from Maggie to Natalie Strothman down low. Still positivity coming from head coach Brad Brockstrom that, again, has coached this young freshman team led by 4 freshmen to a great season. 12-11, their most wins since the 2017-18 season. This Axtell team is just 4 years removed from back-to-back 3-win seasons. Shot Juniman will go to the line as that foul will go on Ava Brockstrom, her first personal foul. It'll give me a chance to remind you that not only during this state run, but all season long, stay tuned to KNDY, your area leader in news, weather, and sports, especially with weather season coming to bounds. Stay weather aware with KNDY Radio 24/7. Second free throw from Juniman will be no good. Lane violation, I think, was called on Leah. It was awfully close by that far side official. She would have went 2 for 2 from the stripe. Anna Juneman will catch a break here with 59 seconds left in this third quarter. 36-23 is our third quarter score. Eagles looking for a score before quarter break. They've got one at the end of halftime, looking for another one here. Avery Bussing, a 3 off the bench. That's wild. No good from Avery. And now we've got a travel called on Kennedy Cohorst down low. She got the defensive board, but ended up on her back. The turnover, Hanover. It'll stay with the Eagles. Final 44 seconds left. 13-point advantage for Hanover. Out top, Bussing will take this long inbound pass. Hazekamp will get us set up. Left corner, Brocksterman. Natalie Strothman through the lane, through the arms, and fouls will be coming from Natalie Strothman. She was held to just 4 points in the first half. She has 4 already here in this third quarter, and now free throws coming for the second leading scorer on this Eagles team. That personal foul will go on Drew Bruner. That's going to be her second and team third on Hanover. First one is a miss from Natalie. One more upcoming for the junior. Again, every Axtell Eagles girl will be back in next season besides the lone senior in Audrey Costal. Second free throw, that's off the board, no good. Defensive board ripped down Leah Juneman. She has been everywhere here tonight offensively and defensively. One of the best glue players in the TVL. There's a reach-in foul by Natalie Strothman, her 4th personal foul as she reached in on Drew Bruna. Again, she fouled out in the first contest between these two teams, fought foul trouble in this contest, fighting it here now to the tune of 4 personals. 5th team, so Drew Bruna will go back to the line for free throws. 6-foot sophomore reaches way down low. Quick dribbles, knocks down the first one. Anna Juneman will check back in for Kennedy Cohorst. Ava Brocksterman will check out Natalie Strothman with those 4 fouls. Final 28 seconds left of this third quarter. Then all Hanover in the final 2 frames. Second free throw off the dice, no good, but being fought for. Who else? Leah Juneman forces a jump ball, and possession arrow will go over to Hanover. Allie Shale will check in for the final 24 seconds. Juneman will check right back in, or check right back out. She got in for the rebound, and that was it. 14-point advantage for the Wildcats. Fast break ran really well. Maggie Strothman just short arms a 3-foot shot, though. It's not been her night as she's 1 for 5 from the line. But a foul will be called on Hanover's Gracie Bruna with 14 seconds left. Team foul number 4. Axtell will inbound underneath their own basket. Flat 4 across. Maggie gets it in right corner. Around the horn, Ava. Top side, no travel will be called on Avery Bussing, an unforced turnover. Their 8th in this quarter from Axtell, Final 10.7. Let's see what Hanover can do. Gracie Bruna across the timeline, working left to right. Handoff Leah, top side. Going downhill will be Nora Hyman. Now she gets it back. No shot, but a foul will be called on Maggie Strothman, and the freshman Nora Hyman will go to the stripe where she's already 1 for 1 in this contest. 1.1 on the clock, too, as well. That personal foul went on Maggie. That's her first personal. Dead quiet Jim. Free throw knocks down for Nora. Excellent free throw shooter so far this season. Make me eat my words. She's actually only a 54% free throw shooter. There's the announcer's jinx as she goes 1 for 2. That's going to be how your third quarter ends. It's Hanover girls leading 38 over the Axtell girls at 23, a 15-point advantage. Let's take a timeout. Final stanza when we come back here on KNDY.
Bremen Farmers Mutual Insurance, providing high-quality coverage and service, all at a competitive premium cost. Since 1888, Bremen Farmers Mutual has offered homeowner, farm owner, business owner, fire, and inland marine coverage. Dependable and affordable. See your local agent representing Bremen Farmers Mutual Insurance. Learn more about the various insurance products offered by going online at bfmic.com.
Agriculture. Our country was built on it. Our children are fed by it. No one quite understands the unique needs of the farmer like United Bank and Trust. Whether you raise crops or livestock, you need the right equipment at the right time. Our ag loans can help you acquire and maintain that equipment when and where you need it. Contact one of our experienced ag lenders today. United Bank and Trust. Banking for your way of life. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
The State Bank in Axtell is synonymous with quality and integrity in the banking business. Financing for your home, for your farm, or your small business. Contact the loan officers if you need money, or if you're putting money away for something special, or just saving for a rainy day. Visit with the professionals at the State Bank of Axtell. They're federally insured, member FDIC, the State Bank of Axtell.
Now been 3 straight quarters that Hanover outscores Axtell, and it might be 4 straight as Anna Juniman knocks down a 3-ball as a start the 4th. She's now got 23 points to lead all scorers in this contest. Natalie Strothman's going to just dribble right into Anna Juniman. It's going to go off Strothman's foot, turnover Axtell, and unfortunately that's been the story so far here tonight. The 18th turnover for this Axtell team. Just hasn't been able to handle the pressure of the Wildcats here early on. A reminder that coming up after this broadcast, we will take a break for national news and weather, and then we'll get you ready for the Lynn girls and the St. John's Tipton girls with one of those teams punching their ticket to state. Here in this one, it is a 41-23 lead for Hanover as Trinity Schlabach gets a shot from the free throw line. That one off the miss, no good. Good-looking attempt, though, from Schlabach. Pressure still being applied by Hanover. Head coach Brad Brockman shouting out plays. Leads to Caitlin Detweiler. 3, no dice on that one. Axtell just hasn't been able to get the 3 balls to fall so far here tonight. Detweiler coming into this contest, not the biggest leading scorer, but averaging 9 points. She's been held scoreless so far here in this contest. Anna from the short left baseline. Shot will be off. Eagles will control and look for a score to stop this scoring drought. Hanover outscored Axtell 13-9 in that third quarter. Here's Natalie Strothman, a little shot-put shot from the right block. That one's off the dice. No good. Natalie leading scorer for Axtell at an even 10. Hanover will now slow this game down in the final 6 minutes and look to punch their ticket back to state. Schlabach, right block, shot off, no good. Defensive board, Maggie Strothman, and we're going to get a foul from the far side referee. If that goes on Trinity, that's going to be number 4. That will go on Trinity, her 4th personal foul going for that offensive board. Good effort here early on from the junior. Again, we've mentioned it with Axtell, but it's worth noting, too. Hanover is a youngish team. We're going to call them that one. As Drew Bruna picks this pass off, leads to Gracie Bruna. Quickly up the court, Allie Shale poked away by Natalie, and it'll stay with Hanover. But only 2 seniors on this Hanover squad this season. Anna Juniman, of course, the 1,000-point scorer in Kansas Wesleyan commit, leads the way. And Hannah Zarbanicki off the bench, the 5'10 senior, bringing some good size for Chris Beitman's team. Here's some problems getting the inbounds in, but it gets Allie Shale blocked on the 3 by Ava Brocksterman, but possession will go back over to Axtell. Lynn girls going to their locker room. Again, stay tuned. They'll be looking for their first trip to state since 2008 when they take on Beloit St. John's Tipton coming up at the end of this broadcast. Inside, tipped away by Drew Bruna. Another turnover, Axtell. Talking with head coach Brad Brockman the last 2 years, pressure has been the problem for the girls, and especially here tonight. We've seen it once or twice already. Now Hanover forces a turnover, and Drew Bruna picks up a foul. But Axtell's just turning and throwing this ball where players aren't even at in this contest, just blindly expecting them to be there against a team like Hanover. You can't do that, especially if they're playing for a right to state. And it's been a good year, and it's not over yet. There's still light at the end of the tunnel for the Axtell girls. The trailing here by 18 in the fourth quarter. They're going to need not this, and that's another turnover. Gracie Bruna left all alone on miscommunication. She goes right to the rim, and she will earn her trip to the foul line. Picking up the personal foul will be Reagan Hazenkamp to stop the fast break. But this will be Gracie's first attempt at a shot here tonight. Bruna that comes in scoring on the season just over 4 points a game, knocks down the first personal foul. Hanover before that was an even 5 for 10 from the free throw line. On the season, they were right at 65%. Second one drops down for Bruna. Smooth as butter for the 5'6" sophomore. Final 5 minutes of this contest. 43-23 is your score. Natalie Strothman, right high post, gets this one poked away into the hands of Anna. Anna off and running to the rim, up and down for Juniman. 25 now for Anna Juniman, as it's been all Wildcats and another turnover. Juniman leads it to Hyman. Hyman, this one throws away as she was trying to feed it right back to Juniman. Now at the other end, Allie Shale. No, that'll be Gracie Bruna picking up a blocking foul. A master class defensively. This Axtell team comes in averaging 46 points per game. They're at 23 right now here with 4:30 left to play. Again, probably one of the best coaching duos in the Twin Valley League. Chris Beitman and the longtime boys head coach Kim Losey have been an absolute wonderful pairing for this Hanover Wildcats program, as they will be looking for their third straight state championship. Inside, a foul will be called. Nora Hyman, her first personal foul, as Axtell still can try to get it inside. Keeps working it inside. And again, bright future for these Axtell girls. Maybe a year ahead of where a lot of people thought they would be this season. They had some good wins throughout the year. Xavier Bussing fires up the three from straight on. It's off the rim, defensive board coming down to Hanover. But again, a good season for the Axtell girls. Looking at their wins here, they beat a Lynn team that's going to play for a a sub-state championship here in just a little bit. And other than that, beat the teams they were expected to, and that's the big part in this TVL. When you beat teams that you are expected to, that really helps out your record. And again, the best record for the Axtell girls since the 2017-18 season, when they went 14-11. This is also coming off a year last year where they went 10-14. At the free throw line, off of the foul from Maggie Strothman, number 21, Nora Hyman. She has 6 points off the bench for head coach Chris Mikeman's team. She misses the first free throw. Second one upcoming for the freshman. High archer. That one drops down. She goes 1 for 2. She is now 3 for 4 from the stripe in this contest. 3:50 left to play. Ball's poked away into the hands of Drew Bruna. Now a foul will be called 70 feet away from the basket. This will go on Maggie Strothman. Now her third personal foul. So 3 for Maggie, 3 for Caitlin Detweiler, and 2 for Natalie Strothman. Again, we'll be back here in Tesket tomorrow for boys 1A Division II sub-state action. It's fourth-seeded Hanover coming into the contest 14-6 against undefeated Logan Palco, now 20-0 on the season at 5 p.m., while at 6:30 it'll be 2-seeded Axtell at 20-1 taking on 3-seeded and 14-6 Beloit St. John's Tipton boys. Inside the paint, shot blocked by Maggie Strothman, but an offensive board by Anna Juniman. And starting from the very tip, that's where Hanover has really made their money, is that offensive board. It started with Leah Juniman with 3 offensive boards in the first quarter, as Natalie Strothman forces a turnover, and a foul will be called on Drew Bruna, preventing that full court attack. We'll have more coverage coming up tomorrow from Tesket High School, and, of course, coming up here later on. A reminder, too, that you can listen back to your favorite teams at KNDYradio.com. Any of our sports broadcast coverage can be found under the Sports Podcast tab, KNDYradio.com, whether it's, again, last year's Hanover girls run, maybe this overtime victory for the Wildcats back in February, maybe an Axtell boys football run. We have got them all at KNDYradio.com. Natalie Strothman at the line here for 2 free throws. A place Axtell hasn't been too far tonight. This is only free throw attempt number 6 for the Lady Eagles in this contest, a team that really likes to feast inside. Just haven't got them to go, and Natalie goes 0 for 2. That old saying, the poor get poor and the rich get richer. This Axtell team that averages 46 points per game, a great increase off of 34 points per game last year, is held to 23 so far here with 2:46 left to play in this contest, a game that Hanover has outscored Axtell in every quarter. They led by 3 at the end of the first, outscored Axtell 17-9 in the second, and then 13-9 in the third. So far here in the fourth quarter, Axtell is being held scoreless on an 0 for 3 shooting night and 0 for 2 from the line in this fourth quarter. Axtell defense man-to-man way outside the three-point line, now going for steals. They miss on that one. Hanover will just look to run clock as we get under the final 2:10 in this final stanza. A foul will be called on Natalie Strothman, and that will end her junior season. Natalie fouls out at the 2:09 mark in this fourth quarter, leading the way with 10 points, but a heck of a run for the junior. Again, was a Sports in Kansas top 20 player to watch when the season began, and she did not disappoint, averaging on the year 11.7 rebounds and 3 steals, as this will be it for head coach Brad Brocksterman's squad, as we're going to see substitutions from both ends come now here late in this contest. Let me find my scorebook here real quick. Malia Stahlbaumer in there for the Axtell Eagles, along with Alyssa Hazenkamp, the junior for the Eagles, Callie McClellan, a junior, and a storyline, too, especially for these upperclassmen. We talk about the 4 freshmen, but these upperclassmen had to take, I don't want to call it a backseat, but you have to really have a low ego and a big team mentality to take and let these freshmen have an opportunity for some playing time, and it has benefited head coach Brad Brocksterman's teams extremely. Axtell faithful chanting all the way to state, but their season will end here tonight as Chris Beichman will clear his bench too as well. Final one out there for the Hanover girls, Avery Mine, to go along with Jillian Mingy. Top side now, Kennedy Cohorse still down low as Hannah Zarbanicki. I'm sure she'll get checked out here pretty quickly. And also into the contest, where's my 5th one there? Out top, it will be Katie Hawley. Final 1:13 to play. It's 46-23. Axtell held scoreless here in this final quarter, and Hanover has once again showed their dominance as they will move on to a 4th straight state berth under head coach Chris Beichman, going into the state tournament 19-2. Meanwhile, the Axtell girls will finish their season again the most wins since 2017-18. They will finish an even 12-12 as we go under the final 45 seconds here from Teskid High School. Again, we'll take a timeout for national news, weather, and sports as Cohorse fires up a shot that's off the rim. No good. We'll take a break for national news, weather, and sports. When we come back, we'll recap this girls' game and then get you ready for Lynn and St. John's Beloit-Tipton. Final 20 seconds here. Shot inside will rattle home for the Axtell Eagles. That'll be number 21, Audrey Costal, dropping down a bucket as the senior gets her final point in a Axtell uniform as the final 5 seconds tip off. Your final score, Hanover moves on to a 4th straight state championship berth, and your back-to-back 1A defending 2 state champions stay alive with a 46-25 victory over TVL foe Hanover Wildcats. Again, Hanover beats Axtell. The Axtell Eagles pushed this first contest to an overtime mark, but here in this one, it was all Hanover girls. Again, winning 46-25 in this contest. Axtell girls will finish their season 12-12 under third-year head coach Chris Beichman, but the Hanover girls go back to a familiar place as Candy Y will have coverage of the Wildcats from Colby starting next week from the state championship game. We'll take our final time out, take a break for national news and weather. When we come back, we'll recap this contest and get you ready for Lynn girls versus St. John's Tipton girls coming up on KNDY.